Okay, we're live on YouTube. Okay, and we should be all set up. I'm gonna mute myself, but let me know when we're ready and I can start recording the meeting.
Okay, I'm not going to worry until it's like 12:01 because I'm assuming that because it's a little bit different, people are going to join right at noon.
Okay,
So
sounds good.
hi, Matt. Hi, Matt. Can't hear you.
Should. Nope. Why?
Can hear you now.
Okay, I can hear you. Great. Thank you.
Hi, Kobe.
Hey, good afternoon, morning. I guess we're still in the morning.
For a couple more minutes.
See if I can.
Hi, Luis.
Hello. Okay.
Hi, Sean. We have a quorum.
Yeah,
Hi, Betsy.
Hello.
so do we have our applicant? Are they available here?
They are here. Mhm.
Okay. Are we ready to begin, or do you still want to give a couple minutes?
The only person on the commission that we are not expecting is Tyler.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and get started, we have a quorum. That's fine with me.
Yeah, I think we're just missing Forbes right now, aren't we?
And Shauna, I believe, was said she'd be joining, but I don't see her yet.
Okay.
So do you want to wait another minute or would you like to start?
There's Commissioner Forbes. We'll wait one more minute here. Well, I think we'll go ahead and start. So whenever you're ready, imagine.
Sure. So I'll start with our procedures for this special meeting today. Thank you, Margaret. First, for everyone joining us today for this totally virtual meeting, there are two categories of people who are participating in the meeting: attendees and panelists. Right now, the only panelists are commission members and city staff. If you are an applicant or a member of the public who would like to testify regarding a case, please use the raise hand function when the case is announced to let staff know that you would like to speak. There's a ribbon at the bottom of your Zoom screen with a hand icon. Please click this to raise your hand to request to speak on the case. You will need to accept the promotion to panelist in order to speak. It may appear temporarily as if you have been disconnected, but don't panic, you will reconnect shortly. If you're calling in on a phone line, your screen name appears as your phone number. You can raise your hand to speak when the case is called by pressing star followed by the number 9. When you are promoted to panelist, the chair would like for you to turn on your camera and microphone so that the commission can see and hear you when it is your time to speak. Your microphone needs to always be on mute unless you are giving testimony at the appropriate time. When you are called upon, you will be able to share your screen to display exhibits. The chat box is only for questions about the agenda, and merits of each case should not be discussed in the chat box. The commission has established time limits for all testimony during the meeting. You will be given 2 minutes to testify when speaking as an individual, or 5 minutes if you represent an organization such as a neighborhood association, HOA, CID, or business association. Those are all of our procedures.
Okay, great. Thank you. Let's go ahead and call the docketed item then.
Docket item number 1 is case CD SUP 2026 number 1, a request to approve a special use permit for outdoor storage, warehousing, freight movement on about 13 acres generally located at the southeast corner of Manchester Traffic Way and US Highway 40. Larissa Chomby is the staff planner for this case.
Okay, good afternoon. I will share my screen and we can get started.
Okay.
Okay. So I think it's sharing appropriately. All right. And so as was just mentioned, this is CD SUP 2026-0001 for 7300 East US 40 Highway. This is the subject location. It's located just in the eastern portion of the city in the Riverfront Industrial District and just north of Highway East US 40. Here is an aerial of the subject property. Am I sharing a larger screen? I'm sorry, trying to figure out which one I'm sharing. Okay, and so here's an aerial of the subject area. You can see there are 3 parcels connected or all related to the subject property. The area is mostly zoned M1-5, and you can see a B3-2 district just to the southeast of the property. Here's just some before and after. So on the left side of the screen is the ortho from 2024, showing the property as it is now. And then on the right of the screen is the ortho from 2006 with vehicular storage and some warehousing occurring on the site. Here is a more detailed site plan. This is what the applicant provided, and so I'll just go through some of the main points. This light blue shaded area is all concrete, and it has an existing building with staff and visitor parking located within that blue area. The remainder of the site is gravel and is fenced in. There's 2 areas that are highlighted yellow. You can see here on the eastern portion of the property, they have a fairly tall retaining wall. And then this red circle is a proposed Yelp gate that will be installed after discussions with our fire department. The applicant did also provide a parking exhibit to ensure that everything that will be stored on the site will be stored in an orderly manner with enough circulation throughout each of the parking areas. And then here's some views from US 40 Highway. Just kind of looking northeast at the site, you can see that existing fence. And then a view directly onto the site, you can see the existing building and then the access point with the future Yelp gate to be installed. And then again, from the corner of Manchester Avenue and US 40 Highway. So moving on to the approval criteria, the plan does comply with almost all of the standards of the Zoning and Development Code. The applicant will be required to receive a variance to the setback requirements in our standards for warehousing, storage, and freight movement, and that should be that needs to be approved by the Board of Zoning Adjustment. And then criteria B, the use is compatible with the uses to the north, east, and west. And with the approval of the special use permit, there's going to be conditions attached that will help further clean up the site. And so that will reduce the impact on the general welfare of the neighborhood and community. And then criteria D, is it compatible with the character? As you saw in the 3rd slide, it is fairly compatible with the uses to the north, the east, and the west in terms of operating characteristics and hours of operation. And we do have conditions on there to ensure that we get a lighting plan within the next few months. There's one condition to revise, which is condition number 7. And that's just to make it clear that should that variance for the setback to the warehousing standards be approved, that that portion of the property that requires the variance be the exception. And so you can see that as just that red line addition to condition number 7. So with that, staff is recommending approval with conditions, and I can answer any questions.
What does condition 8 state?
Yes, and so I will actually share my screen to show that as well. Just give me one
Okay.
second. Okay, so condition 8. Okay, is that the 335-foot portion serving as parking for 25 semi-parking spaces along the eastern property line shall receive approval of a variance to allow for a 0-foot setback from the Board of Zoning Adjustment, or shall revise the parking area design on the site plan to comply with 88-378-02-1 prior to the issuance of the Board of Zoning Adjustment disposition letter.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Any questions from the commissioners to city staff? Okay, not seeing any. Let's go ahead and welcome the applicant then.
Mr. Chair, I'm Patricia Jensen with the Ross Fretz Law Firm with offices located at 401 West 47th Street. I can't remember our new address now. And with me is Stevie Westhead. Stevie is with ISF, the property owner that we're talking about here. We very much appreciate that you guys have accommodated the schedule so that we could get approval before the end of January. We have our Board of Zoning Adjustment hearing on Wednesday regarding this matter. Larissa, do you want to share my PowerPoint? And we'll go through this. This is a very industrial area, as you might note. It is really west of 435 along 40 Highway. And so I'm going to just show you some pictures of this before Stevie Westhead acquired this property. This is what this site looked like. It was very much a junkyard. So the first 2 pages of the PowerPoint show that junkyard. And then the next page shows what the site looks like after he cleaned it up. But it is very much an industrial area. There is no residential around our properties. Next slide. This is what the property looks like as of today. Next slide. This is the approved alternative compliance plan for gravel parking that was approved on October 20th, 2025. As you might note, the staff report recites the fact that you previously approved a rezoning of a portion of this site. So it was all zoned the M15 zoning that was approved in about 18 months ago. And it was before your commission at the time for recommendation. Next slide. This is the special use permit plan that is in front of you. And the next slide shows the parking exhibit that the staff asked for. So this is the order in which trailers will be parked on the site. There will be nothing in them. They are just trailers that are used for transporting goods and things along the way. Next slide. The statement of practical difficulty, and I'll have Stevie expand on this, deals with the eastern property line where the 10-foot parking setback can't be met. But that at that location, the property line is situated at the top of an existing concrete retaining wall, approximately 20 feet in height. Stevie, do you want to expand on that?
Yeah, so there's basically just a 20-foot concrete wall there. It's tucked back from the property. I just don't know what a 10-foot setback there would actually achieve, so we're just asking for the full use up to the wall there. Larissa, if you run back to one of those aerials, we can kind of point out where that wall exists.
I can try. I might go back to it at the end of that,
Okay,
if that's
no
okay.
problem. I just want
Okay.
everyone to
So-
understand that it's off the road.
So the request, as we've stated, this is a very heavy industrial area, and I might say that this property probably looks the best of any of them around, is to approve the special use permit for this property to allow for the existing use of the property for warehousing, wholesaling, and freight movement, which is the storage of semi-trailers, subject to the conditions Larissa has recommended.
Okay. Any questions for the applicant from the commissioners?
Chairman Kroll, I might note, we've had two different public engagement meetings on this. The first one when we rezoned the site. And the second one, it was last week when we had this. I think there were about 10 property owners that were notified in this area, and no one appeared at any of the public engagement meetings.
Yeah, did you advertise by chance to the, was it the Blue Valley Industrial Area?
I believe so. I don't have that paper in front of me.
Okay. All right.
And
Any
Miss-
questions from the commissioners to the applicant? I couldn't see everybody when we were sharing the screen there. Okay. With that, let's open it up for any public testimony. If there's anybody out there that would like to speak regarding docket item 1, please raise your hand and you will be called upon.
There are no hands raised online.
Okay, we'll go ahead and close public testimony then. Anything else you'd like to add, Ms. Jensen?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. This time we'll go ahead and close testimony and hear from the commissioners, or I will take a motion, please.
Yeah, so just clarifying, we're adding that extra bit at the end of condition number 7, and then was there anything else that we want to adjust within the conditions?
It was just condition number 7.
Okay.
And I can pull up that language again if you'd like.
It's just adding the except as noted on condition 8 at the end of condition 7, correct? Okay.
Correct.
Then if
Yep.
that's it, and nobody has anything else, I'll go ahead and make a motion. Okay.
Yeah.
Motion to approve our single docket item with the addition at the end of condition 7 to say except as noted on condition number 8.
Second.
So I've got a motion and a second for approval of docket item number 1, modifying condition 7. Margaret, if you're available, will you take a roll call on that motion, please?
Harkin,
Aye.
Kroll,
Aye.
Forbes,
Aye.
Hasek,
Aye.
Lynch,
Aye.
Morel,
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
All right, looks like that motion passes then. Thank you very much. And
Mr. Chairman, I really am very appreciative of you guys accommodating the schedule.
yep, we're here to accommodate.
Thank you all.
Thank
Most
you.
times. All right, thank
Yeah.
you.
I wanted to add my thanks to you all for this too. We really appreciate you taking the time today.
Yeah, is there anything else to come before the commission today?
No, nothing. We'll see
Okay,
you all next week.
all right, motion to adjourn then.
So moved.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
See you next week.
Stay warm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See ya.